The Hobbit! Desolation of Smaug. Now, before I started seeing commercials for this feature film, I thought it was pronounced Smog. So I guess I'm ignorant. Anyway, the Hobbit Desolation of Smaug, okay? Kind of hard to say really fast, but it's the title. Our film picks up where the Hobbit and Unexpected Journey left off, and yeah, there's a lot of padding in this movie. So where I think The Hobbit could have just been one movie, um, it's split into three movies that are all over 2.5 hours, and I mean it's fine, but I don't know, it seems kind of unnecessary. But this one's got some pretty cool stuff in it. Um, Thorin's trying to reclaim his throne. He is the heir, so he wants to go back to the mountain and 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 get the treasure and the stone, but Smaug's there, the Dragon Man, the Burninator, burninating the countryside, burninating all the peasants. So then Smaugdor, just kidding, Smaug is played by Benedict Cumberbatch, and he's doing his dragon business, and he's dangerous, and Martin Freeman plays Bilbo, and Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman were both in Sherlock as Sherlock Holmes and Dr. John Watson, so it's kind of a weird reunion before Sherlock Season 3 comes out, and so there's that. And Gandalf is doing his, hey, I'm gonna go set up the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Bye. That's what he's doing for most of the movie. He kind of leaves and does his little foreshadowing business. He starts a business of foreshadowing. $5 per spoiler. Anyway, so that happens, and there's a lot of cool action scenes. Spiders, barrels, Smaugdor. Okay, everybody's winning in this movie as far as action goes. You got all your action you could ever want in a Hobbit movie. You also got some orcs that want revenge for something. Thorin, I don't know. They fought, and the dwarves and the orcs fought, and orc guy wants revenge, and he has scars on his body. And could you tell that I haven't read the book in a long time? And I don't really remember the Lord of the Rings movies that well, so yeah. But you've got Bilbo, who has what feels like a smaller role in this film, even though the movie's called The Hobbit. Okay, where the last one had Frodo in the beginning, you know, sort of doing a little nice little opening, tying it into Lord of the Rings. This one's just Bilbo. He's the only Hobbit in this movie, yet he has a smaller role. No. So, yeah, I don't really get that. Why Bilbo? It feels like he's not that important in this one, except in like, you know, a few parts. Okay. It kind of feels like there's just so many characters. Okay, like it's kind of hard to say that there's a main one. I think it was supposed to be Bilbo. Um, Thorin gets a lot of screen time. There's also some Legolas action in this one. For those of you Orlando Bloom fans, all 8 of you in the audience that wanted to see Orlando Bloom, just kidding. I know Orlando Bloom has a large fan base. But Legolas is in this. He uses his bow and arrow. So we've got Katniss and Legolas as archers in movies this year. Last year, though, I think had it beat. We had Brave, Hunger Games 1, and Avengers. So, sorry, Legolas. And there's Evangeline Lilly, her character, and a love triangle that was unnecessary. Padding. You know, stretching it out. It only needed to be one movie. What the crap? Seriously though. That's one of the things I had a problem with in King Kong, the Peter Jackson version, was that Mr. Jackson, even though he's a very good filmmaker, he made that thing too long. It took way too long for them to get to Skull Island. It was kind of boring, actually. And the acting wasn't that great, so like the performances didn't really elevate the boring parts. So yeah, and the King Kong fighting dinosaurs was cool though. Those parts. So Peter Jackson got the crazy idea. He was like, "Well, I took a 90-minute movie, King Kong, stretched it out into 3 friggin' hours. Let's take a book, which didn't need to be made into a movie more than 2 to 2.5 hours. No, let's make it 3 movies that are all more than 2.5 hours." Okay, this is the definition of padding and stretch. What the hell? Gosh, is this long? Like, this did not need to be so long. I like it though. It's a fine feature film, entertaining. Some of the locations made me say, hey, that'd be a good location for J.J. Abrams to film at for Star Wars. But I don't think I should have been thinking about Star Wars during The Hobbit. So that was just me nodding off a little. But I don't know if I'd say it was boring. Some of the slow parts, they were just unnecessary. And I was thinking about Star Wars during some of that Legolas love triangle business. So, yeah, that happened. And Bilbo was awesome when we did get to see him. So I hope in the 3rd chapter in the Bilbo, Thorin and all these other characters trilogy, we get more Bilbo, because it's not like Bilbo's supposed to be the main character or anything. And Smaug was awesome. He was kind of like what Gollum was in the last one. You know, his moments with Bilbo were pretty freaking incredible. Great movie moments. Okay, movie moments. You gotta have those. Gotta have those movie moments. And, but yeah. A fine piece of feature film. Also, Peter Jackson has a cameo. Does he have a cameo in all these? I think he does. It's actually pretty obvious. So there's no freaking way you're gonna miss Peter Jackson's cameo in this one. It's the most obvious thing in the whole movie. Even more obvious than the fact that they had an unnecessary love triangle. That was pretty obvious. So there you go. What's my rating? 9 out of 10. You know, it was a decent flick, but too much padding. Without the padding, might have gone into a 10 out of 10 territory. So, what can we learn for the next one? I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna make a whole other movie. They pretty much did most of the book. There's like some little ending parts they need right now. It's like, there's a guy in the theater who said boo. I think he was expecting some desolation of another kind. Desolation of the franchise. He wanted the ending. Yeah. But anyway, stay tuned. I'm gonna talk about some other things, a little bonus content for this video. Okay, so that's it for now. But stay tuned. So for all of you fine viewers at home that like bonus content, here's bonus content. Okay, so before The Hobbit: Desolation of Smaug started, we get some great footage from Anchorman 2, a little thing promoting Regal with Frozen characters, great movie, and then, yes, you know the one, Walking with Dinosaurs 3D, we get a frickin' Regal commercial where it's like, discover an adventure, 65 million years in the making. It's not that exactly, but it's pretty close. It's like, the greatest adventure of all time. Get ready for Walking with Dinosaurs. Bring the whole family. It's like very, very family-oriented fun for the whole family. And you've got telepathic dinosaurs. What? Were they psychic? Were they mutants? Mutant dinosaur people from beyond the tomb? So how come John Leguizamo voices a character in this movie? Because if you go to Wikipedia, it says John Leguizamo. Who thought him voicing a dinosaur would be intimidating? Dinosaurs should be intimidating. They're big, powerful creatures. Except for that little baby one that they show in the trailer. Oh, it's kind of cute. And so... What? So what the hell is up with the psychic telepathic dinosaurs? I want to know. So I've got to get to the bottom of this 20th Century Fox and BBC Earth. Please tell me, why did you take the plot of Land Before Time, put in a Pachyrhinosaurus as the Littlefoot role, okay, and then a Gorgosaurus as the sharp tooth, and give us telepathic dinosaurs? I really want to know. It's bothering me. How is that the miniseries Walking with Dinosaurs as a movie? It's more like it owes more to Land Before Time than the beloved BBC miniseries that also aired on Discovery Channel in the United States. Okay, so I really want to know this. Will I know this? Maybe. I don't think I'm going to see the movie because telepathic dinosaurs is actually pretty friggin' stupid. So, that happened. Also, Disney's Dinosaur has the same premise. Freaking dinosaurs have a nice home. Oh no! Home is attacked. Monster dinosaur, meat eaters, sharp tooth, Carnotaurus. But then, they have to find the Great Valley, or nesting grounds. Other thing. Amazing Spider-Man 2, a movie I could care less about. But here's the twist. Emma Stone gave us a special message. This is her. I'm paraphrasing, but this is her. Hello, I'm Emma Stone. Get ready to watch a trailer for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Was that necessary? Okay, I think I would have figured out in the first few seconds it was Amazing Spider-Man 2. Did Emma Stone really need to say, Regal proudly presents a trailer for Amazing Spider-Man 2 that you would have seen anyway at another theater chain? Like, my gosh. Maybe it's just because I don't give a crap. What's with the foreshadowing of Dr. Octopus and Vulture that's unnecessary and blatant? I know they're doing Sinister Six. I know that Sinister Six is even getting its own spin-off, and Venom's getting his own spin-off. Gosh! So, there's your bonus content. Why don't you go write about it? Give my review a review.